He quit Microsoft, formed an office in an apartment in the center of Beijing, and founded the fastest-growing startup with billions of users. His company does many things and is worth $275 billion. But today, we'll talk about one of the latest in a series of red-hot apps, TikTok, which is available in more than 150 markets and over 40 languages. The app has seen more than 3.5 billion downloads worldwide. Watch until the end to see how a young Chinese engineer turned his idea into the most viral app on the planet. Jiang Yaming was born on the 1st of April 1983 in Longyang, Fujian, China. He was born into a middle-class family around the time when China had just announced an open policy. Unlike other authoritarian parents, Jiang's parents applied a permissive parenting approach, meaning he could follow his passion and envision his future. His father was a government worker that was later assigned to manage electronics processing factory, so Jiang had early exposure to cutting-edge technology and equipment. What's more, Jiang quickly developed a mindset of entrepreneurship because he was fascinated by the dinner table talks about new product development and his parents' friends' lives and companies they founded overseas. Young Jiang was focused on chemistry and math in high school. Chemistry was one of his favorite subjects, but just one accident in the chemistry lab made him realize computer science was a much better and safer career path for him to choose. So he took a computer science major, software engineering, in Nankai University in Tianjin. He was an excellent student at school, making him a popular kid in the university, although he was quite a reserved individual. Everyone knew that Jiang was performing wizard work related to computers and learned all about them, so many students asked for help when they had any problems with their computers. This is how Jiang met his wife. On a winter afternoon, he was working on a project in his dorm when he received a message from a girl in his school that her computer had broken down the night before and she needed help to fix it. They were above the conventional definition of being a couple. The idea of going on a date meant playing chess, debating on business management, and discussing the user experience on various apps. Rumor has it they didn't have a wedding ceremony or honeymoon because they were pretty busy working. After graduating from the university in 2005, Jiang, together with his wife, moved to Beijing, a city with more opportunities and better working prospects. Jiang kept receiving many proposals from his university's alums to join them on various projects because he was known as a genius throughout his studies. Eventually, he agreed to work with one of them on identity and access management systems, the service Jiang believed was lacking in the market then. However, their startup failed within a year due to poor market positioning. He joined the Chinese travel app, Kushung, as the company's first engineer and the 5th employee in 2006. It was one of the first travel apps in China to book flights, tickets, and hotels. This company was actually acquired by TripAdvisor in 2009. When Jiang wanted to buy a train ticket to go home for a festival, he was annoyed by the necessity to constantly update an app to see whether the tickets were available for purchase because of the massive demand during holidays. He just wanted to be notified when he could sign in and buy his tickets, so he simply coded this feature during his lunch break. This was the moment when Jiang realized the importance of delivering personalized information. This notion of getting personalized information instead of search and food stuck with him for years to come. In a year, he was promoted to a managerial position in charge of overseeing 40 employees. Jiang felt that he lacked managerial skills because he was always keen on technical features, so he left Kushung in 2008 and went to Microsoft instead. He believed that he could gain more knowledge of corporate management at a bigger enterprise, but he quickly realized that even if he could observe and learn from the management, he would not be able to make a greater impact within such a huge corporation. He left Microsoft and founded a real estate search portal, 99fang.com, Fujifang. This is how he started his entrepreneurial career. Jiang received $147,000 early-stage investment from SIG China and invited his friend and former roommate at Nankai University, Liang Rubo, to work with him. They spent 4 years together in university, sharing the same desktop, studying computer science, and playing badminton and ping pong. After graduation, Liang became an engineer in an electronics company, and in 2009, Liang didn't think twice about accepting Jiang's offer to join him in his entrepreneurial journey. Together, they founded ByteDance. In 6 months, they released 6 mobile apps and attracted 1.5 million users, making their platform #1 in the Chinese market then. The idea of personalized information kept haunting Jiang, so he started working on a plan for an app that uses a big data algorithm to classify news according to user preferences. And thanks to another venture investment of approximately $5 million from SIG, Jiang Liang, together with fewer than 10 people from Fujifang, started developing Digital Diao, the future company's flagship. During that time, Zhang and Liang became roommates again. They rented an apartment for $3,000 a month in Dongguanswang, also known as China's Silicon Valley, turned it into their office and worked on Dudifang in the daytime and Toutiao at night. 7 years later, friends returned to the 4-bedroom apartment to reflect on their early days. Liang said that he would always remember one tenet of entrepreneurship that Zhang taught him: always day one, meaning to always approach every day at work as if it's the first day at the company. Toutiao was focused on using AI to aggregate and recommend news to individuals, both from established media and user-generated content. Still, it was not very promising at first because Alibaba, Baidu, and Tencent already dominated the news market. ByteDance was confident that its app would beat them all, but in the meanwhile, ByteDance launched its first app, Naihanzwanzi, an entertainment app to share viral jokes, memes, and videos. It gained 200 million users in 5 years, but it was closed down by Chinese censors for being incommensurate with socialist core values. Although over 700 loyal users protested, Zhang published an apology. "The product has gone astray. It's all on me. My colleagues and I will immediately start to make changes, change our mindset and practice." Toutiao was launched in August 2012 and provided users with personalized news, so people didn't have to scroll through all the news to find interesting information for them. It was just there, ready to be read on Toutiao. By 2017, the app had 260 million users. Toutiao is one of China's largest mobile platforms for content creation, aggregation, and distribution, underpinned by machine learning techniques. It is also one of China's largest demand-side platforms. 90% of Toutiao users are under 30 years old. The average user spends 76 minutes on the site every day, resulting in 1.3 billion articles read daily. Douyin was launched by ByteDance in Beijing in September 2016, originally under the name A.me, before rebranding to Douyin in 4 months. Douyin was developed in 200 days and had 100 million users within a year, with more than 1 billion videos viewed every day. A Chinese social network for short music, lip sync, dance, and comedy, mostly in the form of short videos. Zhang's management style with ByteDance was modeled on US tech companies such as Google and included bi-monthly town hall meetings and discouraging employees from calling him boss or CEO, as is the Chinese convention. Zhang focused on expanding ByteDance globally, as opposed to other Chinese tech CEOs who focused on the domestic growth of their companies. He insisted that ByteDance workplace productivity should be targeted at the American, European, and Japanese markets, rather than limiting to focus to China. So ByteDance launched TikTok as a copy of Douyin, but available to the rest of the world. By the way, although many people believe that these two apps are identical to one another, actually Douyin has some features no one, but the Chinese market only, is ready for. For instance, users can browse more videos with a specific individual via face recognition. There is also e-commerce functions and features available. Users can make payments right in the Douyin store using their accounts. The algorithm and content are different too. The most popular on Douyin is definitely educational content, with videos helping to improve skills and grow personally. While on TikTok, the most popular is narrating videos, which is a great opportunity for artists, singers, and music producers. Art-based functionality was actually significantly enhanced with the acquisition of the app Musical.ly in 2018. By the way, have you used it? Well, I did, and I didn't know that Musical.ly, which was initially called Cicada, started out as an app for sharing short-form education videos targeting a teenage audience. But lesson planners faced a tough time creating videos that were educational, entertaining, and short enough to fit the 3 to 5 minutes time frame. The app failed to attract users and creators. With only 8% of funds remaining, its founders completely reworked the app. Musical.ly was born, a social network that combines music and videos to attract an early teen demographic. Actually, it was Musical.ly's expertise that boosted TikTok's popularity when the app was low in downloads. The app was a far better tool for creating content, but people would do all the edits in the app and then upload it to other platforms, such as Instagram and Snapchat. So Zhang took an example from Musical.ly marketing strategy. Every video created with TikTok had a watermark, so people from other platforms could see the content's origins. Also, the company quickly realized that they can make people popular by forcing their content in the For You section. And it worked! Millions of users were attracted to TikTok because it was easier to become an internet celebrity. TikTok showcases some impressive user engagement figures. Each user spends an average of 52 minutes per day on TikTok, and an average of 1 billion TikTok videos are watched every day. 90% of TikTok users access the app on a daily basis. Nevertheless, TikTok is completely banned in India and Afghanistan. The app was banned in Indonesia for a week until the company promised to take all objectionable content off the platform. Yet, TikTok is prohibited for public sector work phones in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Belgium, Denmark, France, Latvia, Netherlands, Norway, Taiwan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. In the US, the company was forced to establish TikTok Global and migrate its data from an already based US cloud to another one due to the potential for the Chinese government to mine US users' data and to potentially influence them through the For You function on the app. Needless to say that people were not happy about the potential ban. While the popularity of ByteDance product in Tiao doing in TikTok placed Zhang Yiming on the cover of many magazines worldwide, Liang Rubo stayed under the radar. Although he co-founded ByteDance and led the development of the company's key products, he didn't enter the core of ByteDance management architecture until 2019, when he was promoted to global head of HR. And in May 2020, Zhang named Liang as the company's new CEO. Liang would serve to retain the speed of ByteDance to successfully continue its current expansion, while Zhang would be responsible for the company's accuracy and formulating strategies for the next decade. TikTok's origins differ from the fairy tale startup story we have heard before. This is not an empire built by a couple of friends with a great idea and their mom's garage, but the story of professionals and the ability to analyze the market, understand its needs, and quickly adapt to face challenges. Zhang Yiming is the 31st richest person in the world, with a net worth of $42.3 billion today. He has had his ups and downs, worked for corporate giants and with friends, and built one of China's largest mobile platforms of content creation, Tiao, along with the world's most downloaded application of all time, TikTok, with 1.05 billion active users across 154 countries. Keep up learning, guys. Success is just the number of attempts.